Oh, hello. I'm back for a quick one today because I read some stupid shit on the internet last year and I can't stop thinking about it. So now you have to think about it with me. Let me set the scene. I was innocently lying in my bed, scrolling the internet first thing, as you do when you want to have a really good day, and I was on Reddit. I like to lurk on Reddit, and because of how I am as a person, I get served up all of the Lord of the Rings subreddits. And this post was on r/laughter from user now deleted, titled "The Missing Fifth Hobbit. What Happened to NOsewise?" My jimmies immediately rustled. Who the fuck is NOsewise? I know a lot about hobbits, particularly the main four, and I've never heard of this guy at all in any of my reading, in any of my research. Who the fuck is NOsewise? I know Tom Bombadil has a pony called Wise Nose, but I've never heard of this NOsewise motherfucker. So, let's read on. In early drafts of the Fellowship of the Ring, Tolkien included a fifth hobbit alongside Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. His name was NOsewise. Nose. It wasn't. Because NOsewise isn't real. Anyway. Not much is known about him. The name probably came from medieval dog names, which Tolkien studied closely. Did he? NOsewise appears in real lists of hunting hound names from the 1400s, so it's likely Tolkien meant the name to sound rustic or comic. He was cut early in the writing process, or maybe he was never there at all. Some think his character was absorbed into Sam, others think he was just dropped as the tone of the book changed. These some and these others think that, do they? If anyone has found more details in the history of Middle-earth or other drafts, I'd love to hear it. It's strange to imagine the story with 5 hobbits instead of 4. Alright, well, this is clearly some AI slot bullshit, right? Like, this is rage bait, and I am fully falling for it. But this bothers me. This really bothers me. I'm gonna try and puzzle out why. Maybe it's the degree of credibility that the post is trying to lend to itself by saying if anyone has found more details in the history of Middle-earth, as if any of this came from the history of Middle-earth, which it didn't. Maybe it's some think, others think, as if they're, doing a literature review, taking a poll. But what really bothers me here, besides the obvious Gen AI nature of the post, is that it's strange to imagine the story with 5 hobbits instead of 4. Is it strange? And do we have to imagine it? Because there is a 5th hobbit, and his name is Fredagar Bolger, okay? Fatty Bolger helped Merry move all of Frodo's stuff into his new house at Crickhollow, and he stayed behind and posed as Frodo when the Black Riders showed up to Crickhollow and surrounded the house and scared the ever-living shit out of Fredagar, alright? He hung around the Shire, and he was one of the very first to push back against Lotho Sackville Baggins and the eventual rule of Sharky, aka Saruman, and his ruffians and men. So, during the scouring of the Shire, Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin rescue Fredagar from, essentially, Hobbit jail. Fatty's a fucking badass, okay? And I will not have anyone besmirching his good name by suggesting that some absolutely made-up fuck called NOsewise would ever possibly be the 5th Hobbit. That role is already comfortably taken by our boy Fredagar, so put some fucking respect on his name, alright? The other thing that bothers me about this is that it's AI, right? Like, I think someone was curious about hobbits and Tolkien and spoke with ChatGPT or whoever or whatever about the hobbits. Who were the hobbits? How many hobbits were there? What were their roles? Whatever the prompt or question was that was fed into ChatGPT or whatever, they got this slop out of it. Some utterly made up bullshit when you could just read the book right? Like, you could just read The Lord of the Rings. You could just read the history of Middle-earth. You could look at any of the Tolkien-themed wikis, of which there are at least 2, or actual Wikipedia to get the answers, the actual, real answers that you seek. I don't understand why you would ask a Gen AI chatbot to explain facts about one of the most well-known legendariums that we have. Like, Tolkien was an extremely prolific writer, and a lot of his work is available to us, as is a lot of work about him, a lot of published essays, a lot of biographies. There's a lot of material out there about Tolkien, so if you're curious, why wouldn't you just read the stuff? Like, can anyone explain it to me? Because I don't understand it. I don't use AI. Like, I've never felt the need to use AI. Like, I'm very happy that I can continue to opt out completely of using AI. To my knowledge, I've never used it. So I don't get the appeal. I truly don't understand it. Like, what happened to having a think?
What do you mean you use ChatGPT for everything? What happened to having a think?
What happened to doing your research? What happened to actually learning things from the resources that we have available to us? And if you can't buy all the books, I get it, okay? Find a PDF. I know you have internet access because you're using fucking ChatGPT. Look for a PDF of the text that you want to learn more about. And if you don't feel like doing it yourself, let me know and I'll send them to you. I know it's possible to find PDFs of a lot of work about and from Tolkien because I've done it. I have the PDFs, babe. Shoot a comment down there and I will send them to you. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm so serious. If you've ever had like 3 or 4 glasses of wine with me, I have sent you some PDFs that I keep on my phone, okay? Like, it's not that hard to actually find the information you're looking for instead of some guaranteed bullshit from a Gen AI chatbot. Really bothersome to me. Like, the impulse is one that I do not identify with or understand, so I just don't get it. And then another factor, part of why I've never touched Gen AI, is the environmental impact of it is so devastating. Like, it is rapidly accelerating the irreversible damage that we have already done to the only planet we get. And I just cannot, in good conscience, as someone who drives a car and tries to recycle or whatever, I can't add another layer of environmental destruction on top of my day-to-day white lady discomfort and moral wrestling with how I move through the world and how our planet is slowly dying, especially as a Tolkien fan. Like, that man was so horny for nature and the environment, it's crazy. It's all over The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. If you've read them, you know that Tolkien was a dude who fucked with nature, big time. And it just, again, doesn't make a lot of sense to me to use a Gen AI that uses a lot of resources and that the data centers for these Gen AI systems are actively poisoning and destroying the lives of the people who live nearby them. The environmental impact alone sucks. It sucks so bad. I don't get it. Like, I think it sucks. It's not doing what we want it to be doing. It's never made sense to me that the first kind of outlet we thought for AI was to create art and to write stuff. Why are we insisting upon using Gen AI to replace arguably the most human parts of ourselves, the parts that are creative, the parts that we have full control and inspiration for? I don't know. It is troubling to me. Deeply troubling. And another piece of this that's troubling is that Gen AI is the One Ring in many ways. Like, the One Ring was created by an evil guy with evil in his heart for evil purpose. The ring can only ever produce evil. Those who possess the ring, like Bilbo and Frodo, do not have evil in their hearts. There's not a hint of malice in there. But even if Frodo or Bilbo or Boromir or Denethor or anyone was to try to do good with the ring, they would fail utterly because it is an instrument of evil only. And that's very much how I feel about Gen AI. Created by evil men with evil in their hearts for ultimately evil purpose. AI is not good for us right now, okay? I think we implemented it a little bit too early. It should have gone through a few more rounds of testing, maybe. I know it has to learn or whatever, but people who use ChatGPT as a therapist are experiencing very negative effects as a result. Seeking medical advice from a generative AI is not a good idea. It doesn't care about us as humans. And I don't know, that's something that I really care about is like us as people, our humanity, our ability to connect with one another. And I feel like Gen AI is kind of robbing us of that. It's robbing us of our ability to think critically. Like, when you can outsource your brain to a Gen AI, why would you use your brain? And that's troubling to me. It makes me feel weird. It makes me feel sad. There's just something about using a Gen AI chatbot to try to learn about Tolkien that feels just completely counterintuitive. Like, that's some clownery, that's some buffoonery, that's ridiculous. Just read the fucking book. Like, so I think that's why this has been bothering me, because as AI becomes more popular and more people want to use it, I see more and more material that's like Tolkien inspired that came from an AI, and it gives me the ick, dude. Like, I fully, I don't like it. It makes me feel weird, and I think AI just fucking sucks. Like, if you want to make art, make art. If you want to make music, make music. If you want to write something, fucking write it. The only way you're ever going to improve or get better or learn how to do it is by doing it, not by asking ChatGPT to do it for you. Come on now. Come on now. And like, again, the environmental impact of it, I can't leave that behind. I can't separate that from the potential usefulness of this tool. And you could totally say like, oh yeah, the environment's already fucked. Like, we're already past the point of no return with climate change and the planet, so lean in. Use ChatGPT. Get down with your bad self. Like, we should just give up? We should just give in. Throw in the towel? That's not very Frodo Baggins of you. That's not very Samwise of you. That's some NOsewise looking bullshit, alright? That's some nonsense. I don't think Tolkien would be very into that idea. So, thanks for letting me rant about this for a minute, because it genuinely has been preoccupying me and bothering me. The hubris necessary to ask ChatGPT about NOsewise and then post it confidently on Reddit as if it's factual information, where like, I know it's like a fucking drop in the internet bucket, right? This shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but it indicates to me something more sinister that's going on, and that's blurring the lines of truth, blurring the lines of reality, presenting absolute made-up bullshit as if it is factual. We're already having a hard enough time knowing what's what, and this is only making it worse. So, thanks for being here with me. I'm turning a little bit pink at this time, so I'm gonna go. But I'll be back soon to talk about other stuff that I actually do like. Like, maybe we'll talk about Fredagar Bolger, who super duper deserves his flowers, especially after being erased by fucking posts like that. I also want to talk about Entwives, want to talk about all kind of stuff. So I'll be back soon with more good. And I love you very much. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Don't. No, thank you.